All right, we are started now. You guys know that I've been hatching some pretty rad stuff at my house. Unfortunately, one of our incubators, which I learned through this process, does not work. And so we did not get any chickens because you have to have the right humidity for everything. And during the whole process, we could not figure out how to get the humidity above 40 degrees. That's a problem. So we didn't get any chickens. However, we did get something pretty cool. And I don't know if all teachers shared the pictures with your groups. Nope. So you see my hand out. My nieces are helping me today. You might hear my daughter talking in the background because she's like, I want all the attention in the world. She kind of takes after her mom. So we have this little guy with the yellow chest, you can see. His name is Lupin. Yeah, he's looking at me like, what are we doing? No. Earlier, we were playing around, and I let all of them run around. And they were on my laptop, and it was all fun and good until Lupin decided like that he was going to poop on my laptop. So that was pretty cool. We'll talk about more names in a minute. This is another one. He likes to stand tall. He always stands tall like that. And he's all black. So keep track of all the ducks I'm showing you. I'm going to ask you guys at the end if you know how many we had. Okay, switch me. This little guy is the smallest one that's hatched thus far. You hear that sound? He's calling because he's by himself and he's freaking out. He's like, whoa, where's my family? Do you know what it reminds me of? Have you guys ever been to historic Bayfront in Newport where all the seals are and the sea lions? That's what it reminds me of when they start doing that. I'm going to see if he'll start doing it again. Let's see if he still has it. A little bit. So look at the tip. I'll put my face. Do you see that? That little, right at the tip of his beak? Who knows what that is? Raise your hand if you know what that is. At the tip of his beak. If you've been watching my stories, if you've been watching all my stuff, you should know what that is. He uses it. What are you doing? To get out of the egg. Does anybody know what that is? Raise your hand if you know what it is. I see Madison raising her hand. I'm gonna unmute Madison. Madison, what is that little thing called?
It's called a big piece.
Almost. So right at the tip of his bill, I can't even see because my hand's in the way. Right there, and don't worry, I'm not hurting him. Right there, that little guy right at the tip of his bill is called an egg tooth. Now, who can tell me? Here's our biggest one. He was the first one to hatch. Who can tell me what an egg tooth does? Raise your hand if you can tell me what an egg tooth does. Here's my biggest one. He has a floofy bottom. Floof. Okay, Mackenzie, tell me what an egg tooth does.
It hatches eggs.
Yeah, that's how our ducklings and our chicks get out of the eggs. Now, you'll see with this guy, sorry, dude, I know, you don't like it. Stop it.
You still really got it.
Okay, so you see his? I'll try, oh, there, against the wall. You see that? Right on the tip, that will fall off here in a couple days. Hey, where are you going? Switch me. And then here's our last one. The way we tell him apart from all the other ones is look at his wings. So each one is a little bit different. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys something pretty cool. Hey, stop it. As if they can understand me. Hey, stop. What we're going to do is, what do ducks like to do besides walk around? Everybody make a motion of what likes ducks like to do? Oh, I see Mackenzie doing it. Oh, I see Camilla doing it. They like to swim. So check this out. Okay, hold him for a minute so I can move the laptop. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, I gotta move it. Everybody's so intent now. I see siblings popping up on the screen. Okay, so I have this cool little like tin that we bought a long time ago for our ducks to swim in. This is the most ducks we've ever hatched. This is also the most ducks we've ever incubated. Just give me 2 seconds. Sorry, Austin's, life of a mom. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we're gonna put them in. And then once my niece grabs them all, I'm gonna show you guys. I'll move the camera so that you guys can see better. It's just right now, they like to do this thing where they then like fly out. And so I have to be careful. We are about to buy them a pool. Yeah, I'm gonna buy the ducks a pool because how cool is that? Where they will be able to dive bomb, because if you've never had ducks before, they like to go underwater. And so when they have enough room, they will dive bomb into the water. So they'll dive down. And right now, okay, you ready? I'm gonna grab the camera. They just swim around like so. See how this guy right here is putting his head in the water? They're testing it out, seeing how deep is it so that they could dive bomb. Oh, like that. Did you guys see that? Now, with the baby ducklings, oh, I see Rayleigh has a question. I'm going to unmute Rayleigh. Yes, Rayleigh.
Ducks use their feet, they paddle their feet to swim.
They do. They have what's called webbed feet. So let me grab one. So you see those feet? Those are webbed feet. And those help them swim. Oh, he's really swimming. Can you guys see him? He's like really going down in there. That helps them swim better. They can get further and go faster. Now, one really cool fact is ducklings, they're not with their mom right now, right? Their mama duck isn't with them. The mama duck didn't sit on them. We had an incubator. So ducklings don't have the oil in their down, which is their coat that they have right now. They don't have their feathers. They don't have the oil in their down to stay in water. And so when you see big ducks and they're swimming in the water and you're like, what? How are they doing that? It's freezing cold. They're crazy. It's because they have an oil that keeps the water off of them. But ducklings do not have that. And so when they're with their mom rubs her oil onto them. And that's how baby ducklings can stay in the water, in the ice cold water. This water is like your bath water. I made sure it's nice and warm. Holy cow. It's like your bath water. And so this is nice and warm so they won't get cold. However, they cannot be unattended in this because otherwise ducklings actually can drown. So that's why we don't have this in their cage. And they also cannot spend too much time. You just splashed my laptop. Too much time in here. And we have to dry them off to the best of our ability. Okay, so you see how much fun they have in the water? And think about it. These guys are only like, I don't know, 5 days old, maybe. Could you guys swim in water when you were 5 days old? I couldn't. Austin is 5 months old, and she can't swim in water. So how cool is it that their bodies evolve that fast that they're already swimming, and they're pretty good at it? They like it. Now, I'm going to take questions. So I see Aiden's hand up. So Aiden, what is your question or fact to share with the group? Go ahead, Aiden. I unmuted you.
He wanted to tell you that last year we had baby ducklings come into our yard, and unfortunately some dogs got a couple of them, but we raised the rest of them from babies. There were like 5, 4 ended up surviving, and we let them all go at the river last year once they were all full grown and ready to go. They were like, they looked like your one stripe on its eyes, a little mallard duck.
Uh-huh.
They were the ones that when they're boys, they have the green head, and then when they're girls, they're brown.
Yes.
Yeah, they were mallard ducks, and we raised them up until they got full grown, then we let them go at the river.
That is so cool. My husband, Martin, he is convinced that we got it from a farmer. You guys know Miss Melissa, the bus driver. We got it from her, all the eggs. He wants her to let us keep them. And I was like, no, because they're going to go back to Miss Melissa. And he is in love with them and wants them forever. They are splashing. My table is soaked. That's why we have a towel out. They play so much. They're so cute. Okay, Madison, I see you have a question. What's up, girlfriend?
My aunt, yeah, I got 2 questions. My aunt got a lot of chicks, and then my aunt found eggs in her little bush.
Really? That's so cool. This is the time of year too that we have to be extra careful because our birds are laying eggs. They're making their nests all over. So you got to be really careful about where you're going because it's not just ducks and chickens that are making eggs. There's a lot of birds out there that are really nesting down and making their babies because we're coming into that time. Emily, I see you have a question, girlfriend. What's up?
The ducks are really cute, and they're really, really cute.
They are. Give me a thumbs up if you agree that the ducks are really cute. I think they're so cute that they're splashing me all over. Even though they pooped on my laptop, they're still
funny.
really cute. It is funny. I know.
They're
They're what? What, Emily?
at the top of the seat are really pointy, so they can make holes from their eggs.
Yeah. So at the top of the bill, and it's just right on the tip, they have an egg tooth to help them get out of their egg. And I'm trying to see if anybody's has fallen off yet. Sorry.
That guy just splashed you.
Yeah, he did. He did not want me to look. No, they all still pretty much have their egg tooth. And so yeah, that will fall off within like a week or 2, which is really cool. They're so funny. Okay, I'm gonna mute you, Emily. I see Mackenzie is raising her hand. And what's up? Nope. Yep. Okay, there you go. What's up?
One of your ducks are hungry.
What if they are hungry or one of them are hungry?
She
One
thinks
of them-
the yellow one is hungry.
No,
That's why
the
he
white-
keeps diving.
So they're actually really, they're like babies. So my daughter, when I give her something, it goes straight to her mouth. It's the same with them, especially this big guy right here, who's just so big, he's walking on the bottom. Let's see if he's gonna, now he's not gonna do it. Nope. So he will, there he goes. You see that? He's trying to bite me, eat me. Oh, and they're all doing it now. So they just like put it directly into their mouth, especially anything shiny like my ring. But they eat all the time, and they actually eat twice as much food as chickens do. And so, but they might be hungry right now, but they do have food in their area at all times. So we'll be interested to see when I put them back if they eat.
I like baby ducklings.
I like baby ducks too because they're so.
And,
he's eating the.
and the tooth. I mean the pointy thing.
The egg tooth.
Egg tooth. They're really pointy, and I like the egg tooth.
I like their egg tooth too. They're pretty fascinating creatures. Okay, who else has a question? Raylee. Go ahead.
A dove was making their nest, and it was grabbing all dead grass to make a nest.
Yeah, so they'll oftentimes use grass, sticks, their feathers, birds will use anything that they can find to help cushion their nest, which is really cool. We get to go to either if you gave birth in your house or go to a nice hospital, but I don't think ducks really make appointments to go to the hospital to lay their eggs. And so they have to go out into nature and find things in areas that will protect their babies from predators that might eat them, or just away from the elements, like, you know, really cold weather, wind, rain, and all of that. So there you go. Okay, who else has a question? Georgia.
How long did we?
4 years ago.
4 years ago, we had ducks
You had baby ducks?
and a mommy and a daddy.
Oh, you had a grown duck. Oh my goodness. I just think it would be so fun. People keep asking me what Miss Melissa is going to do with all these ducks when they go back to her. And I was like, she just lets them roam her land. And it's the coolest thing ever. They just walk around on her land and go around. Okay. I don't know. Oh, there's Georgia. Lila Rose. I have not called on you yet. What's your question, girlfriend?
They also go to farms.
Yeah, they go out to farms, and then they also.
And we're going to have a cow and the chicken. Nope, we're not going to have a cow.
I want a cow. I asked my husband if we could have a whole farm, and he said no. I want a farm. I like the idea of all the animals to hold and cuddle.
And there's chickens in it. I bring them over.
Chickens are so, chickens actually kind of scare me, but they're pretty fun. Ducks are fun though. These guys are really funny because they actually, have you guys ever heard of the pecking order? So a pecking order means like who is top dog and who's below that. That actually came from birds because when they're young, sometimes what you'll see while they're swimming around, one of them will get upset with another one and they'll peck at their head. And that's basically them telling, see, he's eating my ring. That's basically them telling each other, hey, I'm top dog. Listen to me, do what I ask, right? So there's a pecking order, and that's where it actually comes from, is birds. Okay, Rayleigh. Wait, okay. Rayleigh, go ahead.
We found a mommy duck and a daddy duck swimming in the lake at my auntie's house, and we stayed the night there.
Really? Oh my goodness. Ducks are just so cute. We live over in Sun River, and I drive over Harper's Bridge. And on Harper's Bridge, there's always like a duck family that hangs out there. And when they have their little babies, they are so cute. They're like little floof balls following them. Say they're attacking my ring again. Just because it's something shiny. And there's the other, and there they go. Like, it's just normal. Does anybody else have any questions? Oh, Madison. Madison, what's up, girl?
I got 2 questions.
Okay.
How come some of them look kind of the same?
So that just means that they have the same type of makeup, not makeup, like genetic makeup, meaning their genes inside tell them what they're supposed to look like. So these ones, you're okay. You're all fine. You are all okay. So these 2 look the same because whether they came from the same mom or dad or their genetic makeup is the same, meaning their insides tell them what they're supposed to, what they're supposed to look like. But the other ones, this guy is all black, and while he's all black, this one is all black and then just has yep. Can you stop biting my fingers? Thank you. Now, see, he's biting his friend. Yellow tips. And so it's just what their mom and dad, so we all don't look the same, right? Because we came from different moms and dads and our genes look different. I have 2 sisters and none of us look the same because our genes just tell us how we're supposed to look and what what color we are and what hair type we have. It's the same with ducks. Some of them will look the same if they have the same mom and dad. How many of you guys have had labs before? Like lab dogs, right? There's black labs and yellow labs and brown chocolate labs. I was about to say purple labs, and that's not realistic. There's 3 different types of labs, right? And sometimes what you can get is you can get 2 labs that are the same color, and they will have babies that are all different colors. And so you could end up with a yellow lab or a chocolate lab and a black lab. And it's the same with ducks. They end up just different colors. Kale, did you have a question? Oh, I can't. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, you're raising your hand because of the labs. Okay. Does anybody else have a question? Emily.
My dog Bailey got a hold of a bird.
And that's their natural predatory instinct, is to chase after like birds and stuff like that. Because dogs are natural predators, right? And ducks are natural prey. And so we talk a lot about predator versus prey. And that actually is why mama ducks are like browns and grays, because the mom ducks have to blend in with the environment so that they can help hide their babies in their habitat. Whereas the daddy ducks are bright colors because the dad ducks don't help hide the babies. And so it is natural for dogs to chase after like chickens and ducks and all sorts of other birds because they naturally want to chase them. Rayleigh. Oh, sorry, I didn't get there fast enough. Say it again.
I have a chocolate lab and a black lab.
I have a yellow lab and a black lab. Aren't they they're such good dogs, huh? And then Miss Gerber has a chocolate lab, Charlie. Oh, Lila Rose. Okay, I unmuted you.
I just have a black Labrador, and it's fun.
Yeah, you do. I've seen your black lab on our chats before. Okay, so now the ducks have been in the water long enough. Oh, Madison, that'll be my last question or fact. What's up, Madison?
I have a black lab.
Oh, man, so many people around here have labs because they're really good outdoor dogs. Oh, he's right next to you. My dogs are, I don't know where either inside or outside. I don't know where mine are. But a lot of people have labs around here because they're really good hunting dogs, but they're also good family dogs. So the ducks have now been in here long enough. It's time to get them back under their heater. And so I'm going to grab one of them and they're all going to freak out. Oh, they didn't even notice me taking him. Okay, so I'm going to take him and just kind of dry him off a little bit because he doesn't have that natural oil to help with that. So I am going to, and then when he gets in there, he'll also shake off like a dog. Can everybody shake off like a dog to get all the water off? Right? Shake off like a dog. Now he's not perfectly dry. I don't want him to jump back in there. Let's see if he's trying to get that water off. Do you see what he's doing? And then there he goes. Ah! So he shakes to get that water off. And now he's pretty cold. So now we're going to put him under the heater. Put them in. Put both of those in. And I'm going to grab the next one to just start drying off. You see that loud noise? That's them asking for help from their family. And we have, this one's like, wait, I'm all alone. What happened? Where did my friends go? We also have one more in the incubator. He's making some noise. Sometimes our ducklings don't make it out. They're not strong enough to make it out. And so we don't know if he's going to make it or not, but we're hoping that he will. And then if we do, then we'll have 6 ducklings. You're okay. It's okay. It's okay. We've had 2 not make it. They started to hatch, and their bodies naturally just weren't strong enough, and so they didn't make it. And so I'm hoping this guy makes it. That's on his way out right now. He's been pretty talkative the last 24 hours. You also are not supposed to help them get out of their egg until it's been longer than 48 hours since piping. There you go. Thank you. Once piping means that they've made a hole, even if it's just a little crack in their egg. Once it's been 40 hours since that, then we can help them get out of their egg. Otherwise, I can't intervene because they have to do it on their own because of their natural process. Yes, Rayleigh.
When my mom got eggs from the store, there was a duck in an egg, and she cracked it open, and she saw the dead duckling.
Yeah, so sometimes, not very often, but every now and then when we buy our eggs, either from a farm or from a plant, they get fertilized and we don't catch it. And not we, I don't do that job, but humans don't catch it in time. And so then they send them out, and they're actually fertilized eggs. But the eggs that we actually eat are not fertilized eggs, so those ones are safe to eat. Yes, Lila Rose, that's going to be my last question of the night because we got to give parents a time if they have any questions for us teachers. Yes, Lila Rose.
I wish you could bring the duck on.
I know. Normally when we're at school and, you know, because of the pandemic, we have to be safe. This is just, unfortunately, it's not ideal, but it's a situation that we're in, so we have to make the most of it. But normally we have the whole setup at school and you guys get to hold them and see them. But this is just what we're going to have to do for now. Yeah, go ahead, Gerber.
I was just going to say, Mrs. Lopez, I bet next year when we hatch ducks and chicks with the kindergarten class, we could have you guys come on a field trip to our classroom and you would get to hold the ducks and the chicks then. Okay. Yeah, so you can come next year when you're in first grade. You're invited.
And then you can tell the kindergartners about how you already did this and how you got to see the whole process from distance learning. Okay, no more questions. So now I'm going to have the kindergartners switch with the parents. So it's now parent meeting. Unless you are a parent who has no questions or no comments or nothing that you want to chat about, then you can just log off. But if you're a parent and you have questions or you just want to go over a couple things, stay on. In my class, we do this every week. So you guys are used to hearing me say that. But if you are in Gerber's or Miss Sullivan's and you're good to go and you're feeling good, you can go ahead and log off. This is just a time that I take parent questions. I'm going to give it a couple minutes. Hello, Sarah. Give people time to hop off. Hello, Jillian. I can tell that you guys are at the ball field. Yep. Is it Jade's practice? Did Georgia already have hers? I'm gonna totally unmute you. So, say it again.
Oh, yes, baseball practice, Jade. Georgia starts baseball on Friday.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm muting you again. Okay, parents, this is how I do it so that just like with kids, if we all talk at once, it's like really overwhelming and we can't hear each other. So if you have questions or anything, there's a chat box below. If you're on your computer, it's right down in the middle of the screen. It says chat. If you are on a phone, I believe it's down in the middle of the screen and it says chat. I actually have never been on my phone, so I can't say that. Okay, so Kelly says no questions here. I think the black duck is the alpha. Also, did you only name one duck? Okay, so my nieces did. We've been naming all of the ducks. But we're going to go through it with the kindergartners and let you guys also brainstorm some lists of like what that is or with some names. And so if you come up with some names with your kindergartner and then text it to us and we're going to make a running list and then maybe I'll do a video on that. And so my nieces have been having fun naming the ducks. Funny story. Okay, this is so embarrassing. I probably shouldn't tell anybody so you guys can't judge me, but there we were. So I was under the impression that we had 6 ducks. I was like, we have 6 ducks. We all named them. it was all great. My husband comes home from work last night. He worked extra, and so he got home super late. And of course, he had to go see the ducks. He didn't have to come see me. He had to see the ducks. Okay, so he goes to see the ducks, and he was like, well, where's the sixth duck? And I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, where's the sixth duck? And I was like, it's in there. Is it underneath the heat? It's like a heat pad that it's kind of like a mama, they can like touch. Anyways, and he was like, no, I just lifted it up. There's no duck in there. And I was like, no, there is. And he was like, no, there's not. So then I go over there and we all start panicking. And because we have cats and dogs. And so we're searching the house. Okay, it's 11 o'clock at night. I wake up my nieces and I'm like, guys, get out of bed. We are missing a duck. We got to find the duck. We're searching. Guys, there was no sixth duck. We double named one of the ducks in the incubator. So I woke up my nieces at 11 o'clock at night to search for a duck that didn't exist. Okay, it happened. I'm not proud of it. It was embarrassing. I was like, I text my friends and I was like, oh my gosh, we're missing a duck. And they were like, what are you talking about? You're missing a duck. And I was like, I'm currently searching to see if my cats made friends with the duck. It was an imaginary duck. We named one duck twice. There was no sixth duck. So that happened. But yeah, so we have 5 right now. As you guys know, or you should know, next packet pickup is on the 29th. On the 29th, you'll pick up that packet and we are actually giving you guys a full summer packet. It's called Mom Brain. Yeah, that's totally what I'm calling it. 100%. Seriously, my husband was like, okay, did anybody ever hold Sir Coddington? And I was like, I think so. No, because didn't happen. Okay, that's what happened. So, packet pickup on the 29th. That packet will carry you through till August. This isn't abnormal. In kindergarten, we always send home a summer packet. So don't feel like we're just sending home a summer packet because of COVID. We always send home a summer packet because it's vital that you guys keep up on your schoolwork over the summer, even just little things here and there to keep them sharp for first grade. You guys will be getting that on the 29th. And it will come in 4 different forms, 4 different packets. So you'll be getting the one for the week that's left of school. And then you'll have one of just morning work. You'll have one for just handwriting. And then you'll have your actual summer packet that has reading, writing, math in it. And so you'll get 4 packets at once. Like I said, it'll carry you all the way through August. We will be getting report cards out. After last day of school is June 5th. From June 5th till June 12th, Miss Sullivan, Miss Gerber, and I will be making meetings with each of you to discuss how your student did throughout the school year, what next year kind of will look like in the sense of going to first grade. We don't know what school will look like. We know as much as you guys do, so that's not something that we'll discuss, but just what it'll be like going forward. And all of that stuff. So we will either have a phone call or a video chat with you. That's not a texting conference that we'll be able to do. It does have to be either face-to-face or on the phone. And then we'll mail out report cards. Spring pictures, if you ordered spring pictures or if you ordered a yearbook, are also coming out with our summer packet, which is pick up on May 29th. Okay, so if you order spring pictures or a yearbook, that's coming out on May 29th. The last week of school, we won't have any instructional videos. So June 1st through the 5th, there won't be any teaching videos because it will be our summer packet, but we will keep up our slideshow videos to go over what you can do that day, if that makes sense. So it'll shift a little bit. Gerber, unmuting, go.
Mrs. Lopez, clarifying question. You mean the last week of school while we're conferencing? I don't think we'll have slideshow videos, but the first week of June,
yes,
when we will still put out little slideshow videos, but the very last week of school, June whatever through 14th, we will just be calling you and conferencing. And if we put out videos, they might be fun things, but it won't be
yeah.
Shows.
Yeah,
right?
because the last day of school for the kids is technically the 5th. So the last day that we send out any like they'll do any like stuff is the 5th. The rest of the time is for us to confer with families. So we'll be sending out the videos the 1st to the 5th, but not like instructional, just like those slideshow videos to go over stuff for the day. Any other questions on any of that? Don't forget. Oh yeah, next Monday. Thank you, Brittany. Next Monday is a holiday. Okay, we were all. This is hard for us, guys. This is not easy. And so we just get like go, 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 go. We totally forgot to plan for the fact that it's Memorial Day. Here's the reality. Memorial Day is a holiday. We would not be doing schoolwork anyways because we would all be home. And so on Monday, you guys can, it's totally up to you, not up to do. Up to you. You can either do day 1 or you could not do it, hold off till Tuesday, and then we'll kind of meld some stuff together because Memorial Day is a holiday. And so it's important that you guys have those breaks, especially during that stressful time. But when we were making our packet 2 weeks ago, we weren't looking at dates or anything. And we were just like, okay, day 1 through 5. Okay, day 6 through 10. And not one of us were like, wait a second, there's holiday in there. So you have the day, it's week 8, day 1. You can choose to do it on Memorial Day, or you can just like not do it and put it throughout the week or push it off. We'll make videos to help out with that. Okay. Thank you for that reminder. Anything else? Miss Gerber, unmuted.
I just want to remind you guys that Lexia and Dreambox are 2 really awesome apps, especially like everyone that I talked to, and I know this was the case in the classroom, like the end of May is not the most like motivated learning time for students. So don't be afraid to lean on those 2 apps. Lexia is for reading, and it's really awesome. It encompasses like all 5 tenets of reading that we use. And Dreambox is for math, and they like respond to your student's level. You can use them on tablets or on computers. Unfortunately, they don't work on mobile phones, which is disappointing. And if you forgot your login or you don't know where the paper is, we can easily send you those instructions again via text. It's not a big deal. We just would love to see kids using that. You can use it as like, you know, alternating days. If they're not responding well to the packet, you can use it while you're making dinner, or you can just straight up bribe your kid with it. It's all good.
You know, everybody does it. Also, I asked about this because a couple people asked me. Lexia expires on June 30th. So you actually have till June 30th to use it. Dreambox, you could use it all summer. Okay? So Lexia, June 30th. Dreambox, all summer. And rolling into next year, because those are Dreambox and Lexia actually send us how they're doing. And so if future teachers will be able to look at when they passed a certain standard on Dreambox. That's why it's so vital that you guys don't help them on those, because we need to see how they're actually doing on those standards. If that is all, oh, Miss Sullivan, I can't unmute you. You have to unmute.
Okay. I just wanted to say too, on the 29th, you'll be able to pick up any stuff that your student had at school. So it's basically everything going home. That's the last time you'll have to go pick up at this school. But we've packed everything up for you to take.
Yes. And lost and found. If you're like, I swear you had the green Columbia jacket, it's probably at school in our lovely pile of lost and found items. So that'll all be out there, and you can like look for your stuff through your heart's desire, and all of that. So you'll get all of that end of the year stuff all at once. Anything else? Any other parent questions? All right. If not, thanks for hopping on, guys. I'm going to stop recording.